Everybody, welcome to September 2022 Harvest Moon. Um, Tonight's ritual is focused on what we're bringing in, and then there's this whole thing that's going on with the retrogrades in conjunction with the moon. So there's other things that are kind of more that are appropriate to go along with today. So um, it, back to looking at where we're at with what we're doing, where we want to be next, and being grateful again, because it's good to be grateful. It helps motivate us, because when we're mad at ourselves, we have less energy because we're depressed. So, and with that, let's go ahead and face to the east and welcome the element. Lords and ladies of the East, guardians of the watchtower of air and thought, join us tonight and watch over our right. Bless us with your insight as we enjoy this beautiful night. So mote it be. To the south. Lords and ladies of the South, fire, passion, deep emotion, energy, that which moves us forward. We ask you to join us tonight. We ask you to help us learn, to grow, and to help manifest the things that we move forward on tonight. So mote it be. Lords and ladies of the West, watchtowers of emotion and that which is hidden beyond our seeing. Join us tonight to help us understand ourselves and the world around us that we have no idea of. Help us to build a line to our intuition, to feel and understand when we feel. To understand when our mind tells us things we should not know, because they come from below and above. So mote it be. Lords and ladies of the North, we ask you to join us tonight to celebrate this full moon. We ask you to join as we celebrate our bounty, and we look forward as we move forward through strength, perseverance, and ask for your wisdom and help in making our decisions. So mote it be. Lords and ladies of the center, keepers of the balance, peace, harmony, and justice, we ask you to join us tonight. Help us to understand our desires. Help us to see how everything interacts and how we react, and how we can go forward in a way that is more balanced, peaceful, and harmonious. So mote it be. So mote it be. Okay. Lady Aradia, teacher, goddess, freedom, join us tonight and help us learn. Help us delve inside of ourselves. Teach us, O Queen of Witches. Guide us. Help us to understand and learn. Our path forward is full, and through your guidance, we will navigate it easily. So mote it be. So mote it be. Lord Pan, join us this night as we dance in your delight. So many rhymes, so little time. And come, embolden us with your passion. Lead us forward through inspiration and help us to feel the force that lies within us. Help us to embrace our freedom as we harvest that which we have sown, and we work forward to the next stages so we may survive the winter. So mote it be. Have a seat, please.
bubble me out.
Yes, baby. Okay.
I don't want to do that.
Yeah. Bug spray is a thing, unfortunately. It's nice to harvest, man. We've been working since spring on all these things we've been planting. We've been working on weeding, we've fertilized, we've planted our seeds, we've done all the things that we can do. We've made sure that there's enough water, enough nutrients. We've made sure that we've tended and nurtured our plants. It's time to celebrate that. Do some work. Because this work that we're going to be doing now, these things that we're doing are getting us ready for winter. It's time to harvest things we have sown, to embrace the results of our work, and begin to transform it into things that will sustain us going forward, whether it be for the next few weeks, the next few months, the next year, or whatever. And looking at all of those things and figuring out how to store all that wheat, how to store all those kudos that you've gotten at work, how to store all of the results of what you have developed, what you have worked on. Every harvest has challenges. Most harvests are not everything we want, but it's enough for what we need. And that's really the important part. There are the jackpots, absolutely, where everything is just fucking gonzo amazing. But we also have to accept that there are going to be things that didn't quite grow the way we wanted it to. There was too much rain for a couple weeks. Things got soggy, it got hard to get out there and weed or take care of whatever it was you were working on. And it's okay if it's not perfect. It's okay if it's not everything you wanted. I saw a really great video on YouTube, of course, about a lot of us are focused on perfection. And if we can't meet perfection, we want nothing to do with it. If it can't be everything I want, then it's a failure. And it's not acceptable. I think you may already know that this is very detrimental to your mental health. Generally, let's be realistic, 85%. That's really fucking close. And especially if you're just starting out, it doesn't have to be perfect. Nothing will ever be perfect. There will always be things that you look at in retrospect after their creation or their manifestation. You go, I wish I would have done this. If I'd done this, this would have happened. And you sit there and you second guess yourself. Or you tell yourself that there is no way that that is good enough, and unless it's perfection, you must destroy it so no one else can ever see it.
Or you just poke new holes in it and move it.
Right? Exactly. You alter it. You alter your expectations of yourself as well as what you're working on. You adjust. You accept that that's not going to ride exactly where I want it to, so let's go ahead and drop it down a little bit better so it doesn't leave a rash. Sorry. But you look at how you approach things and how you accept what is okay. And cleaning the house. If it's 80% clean, it's a hell of a lot better than 0% clean or 50% clean. And you're not sending yourself on this wild goose chase for perfection going after all the little fine details. Start out with the big picture. Then after you get the big picture done, move on to a smaller picture and make sure you get 80% of that. And just chunk it. You'll get more than 80% sometimes. You'll get 75% sometimes. But what you have done is given 100% to the process. All we can do is our best. No matter how we beat ourselves after that best, we still did our best. Even if we sat there and went, I just can't do anymore. You've hit your best. You've given everything you can. Accept that. Don't beat yourself. Don't think that you're somehow a failure because you can't meet this imaginary goal that you have, or even if it's a quantitative goal that you know you have to do this thing, you do your best. You got 75 out of the 80. The goal was 100, theoretically in your mind, but you don't make it, it's okay. You have to have mercy and compassion for yourself. Things happen that are out of your control, and you punish yourself for not getting past the things that aren't in your control.
Or just treat it like Scotty did.
Right.
Tell yourself that it'll take you 3 hours and you do it until you feel great.
Or if it takes you 6, hey, there's a learning opportunity there. Maybe I can figure out how to do it faster next time.
Exactly.
But it's always learning. And it's always accepting what is real, not what you create in your mind as an expectation. Because that's really the big difference. What burden do you place on yourself to accomplish that? And at what point do you stop being upset with yourself and you go, good job? Because like we've talked about in previous rituals, it's really fucking important to tell yourself good job. It's not good to constantly be under stress and pressure by yourself, pushing yourself and driving yourself. And yes, there's a point to that if you have an overall goal. However, it's very, very harmful. It stresses you out. Stress is not good no matter what they say. Yes, it builds stamina. It also reduces your pineal gland. So you can get the stamina in a longer term, better, healthier way. Trust me.
It also affects your dividend gland.
Exactly.
And then you're in all kinds of trouble.
Right? Because if you're really hard on yourself and you're not seeing it be that perfect thing that you want, there goes your give a damn. So this also comes around to kind of another focus of the retrograde and the full moon and all that, and that's letting go of shit that you've brought into that harvest that you didn't actually want. Let it go. Deal with it. Release it. Go, this is a byproduct of all that work. I need to acknowledge it. This was not part of my intention. But it needs to be acknowledged before you can let it go. Because otherwise it'll just kind of trail behind you and it'll niggle at the back of your brain. But if you let it go, you face it, you're honest with yourself, you're able to release it. So tonight's thoughts to the critters is to focus on the things that you're bringing in. How are you going to use them? How are you going to organize them? And what do you need to let go out of that? Because maybe it wasn't what you intended to do. But you need to acknowledge it, acknowledge your role in its manifestation, the attachment to it, and let that go. Because there's always byproducts. There's always shrapnel. And we need to acknowledge that. Because we don't always do what we meant to do. There's other things that happen. But we need to unburden ourselves from those and make sure that we acknowledge those and move on. So, if you'll join with me for a few moments, and we're going to go ahead and listen to the critters talk to us and think about those things. What do you want to let go? What do you want to keep out of your harvest? Excuse me. For me, what I am finding myself needing to let go of are some of the plans that I've had. Not necessarily, let me change that, solely because I see that there are better ways to do things. And my bounty has brought me some different perspective. And a different focus, because we have definitely changed directions on some things here, and how, like Morpheus Row and things like that, and just going, oh, well, this works best as a devoted area to CPAP users. Let's go ahead and make that so that that's what this is. And that's not at all what it was supposed to be. It was supposed to be a vending area and an administrative area for a central gathering. But that's not what actually suits the purpose. That's not what actually meets our needs. And letting go of that
letting go of my other plans that I was working on harvesting, and understanding that sometimes we don't know the best crop to raise at the beginning of spring.
Some of them plant themselves.
Right. Right. And this has been an amazing summer. And there has been a lot of growth, there's been a lot of pain, there's been a lot of discovery. And I'm thankful for our all. But I'm happy to let go of the ideas that don't work. Because all they're going to do is cause problems. And I mean things like adjusting to how we approached getting rid of the coops and all the things, and having some flexibility. Because one of the things we set out to manifest at the beginning of the spring was to get rid of all the coops and get rid of all that kind of stuff. And we're doing it. Not in the same way we thought we would. We thought we'd be able to do it in one load. Well, it's going to take 3 roll-offs to do it. Okay. Flexibility. But it's moving forward with that harvest, with that bounty. That is important. Not with what you wanted, not with what you thought you'd get or you expected, but what will you have? And gratitude always helps, because at least you got this much. It can be used, it can be worked with, it can be done.
Does it sound odd to say letting go of being manipulated?
No, it does not. Because you become addicted to the abuse, because you become brainwashed and gaslit into a place where it is expected behavior, and if you are not being abused, it feels very uncomfortable.
But I have actually been doing pretty well with not letting a certain person's passive-aggressive, manipulative mumblings and
Right.
grumblings and all that
Yeah.
get me to do things for him unless he asks.
Right.
I have gotten to the point where unless he actually asks me, I don't do it.
Good.
I don't care how much he... Sometimes it's really tempting just to get him to shut the fuck up.
No. Don't.
But it's like, no, he's got to ask me now. If he wants a cup of coffee, he needs to ask me.
Exactly.
I mean, no, he can't really safely carry it, but he's got to ask people when he can't. And he's got to come to that realization that there's things he can't do right now.
There's a level of expectation that needs to be voiced, because otherwise he's being served, and that's not the point. You are his wife, not his servant.
And hopefully soon, not that.
Well, and I'll contribute how I can to that fund. I'll just say that right now.
Oh, and I did find out that he says he has people watching my account.
Oh, good. Oh, good. That means that he has people spying on her Facebook, and it's creepy, manipulative, and not okay.
See, I unfriended him on all of his accounts and his best friend. But evidently he's still got somebody.
Yeah, well.
Oh,
They always do. Well, he's also got like 3 or 4 accounts, so.
I was going to say, I have the same issue with somebody right now, and I blocked most of the people that we're both associated with. There's only like 3 people left, and at least one of them I know isn't going to her. Another one is barely on Facebook, but I know that feeling, and it is really stalkerish and, like you said, manipulative, and it's horrible.
You know, if he sees stuff, I'm coming around to, if he sees stuff he doesn't like, that's on him.
Right.
He's the one that's taking extra steps to find out about it. So.
All right.
And my person told me that she was seeing screenshots of it, almost like she was trying to get me to stop. And I'm like, my Facebook is public.
Right.
Yeah.
It'll always be public. Everything on my Facebook is public. I'm obviously not hiding it. If you want to see it, you can see it. And that's kind of my mentality is, I never tried to hide it. Why do you need screenshots?
Yeah.
Why are you trying to threaten me? But
Right.
it's, in a sense, trying to silence me. And don't let them.
Right.
But
So, what are you going to let go? What are you going to keep? It's time to sort the chaff from the wheat.
I need to let go of the disappointment that I have in myself for not being where I wanted to be on my 5-year plan.
Absolutely.
But on the other side of that coin, just because where I'm at now doesn't match what I thought it should be, I'm actually in a position with a few opportunities that have presented themselves to be able to do what I love doing in a far more lucrative way that is less detrimental to my physical health.
Bonus.
So
Yeah.
it's not what I envisioned, but on the other side of the coin, it's in a way better
Yeah.
than what I envisioned.
And the universe does shit like that. It's not what I wanted, but it's actually better.
Yeah.
Okay.
I need to shed that disappointment that I feel that I'm not where I wanted to be.
Right.
It's not the vision I had, and I failed to achieve the vision I wanted, despite having a better
Absolutely.
present.
And the greatest problem with 5-year plans is they're not real.
Exactly.
And we put a lot of hard-edged expectation on ourselves to match a very unreal expectation. Absolutely. Because we have no idea what the fuck's going to happen. I've talked about this before. The choices we're making right now, we will see manifest in 3 years. Because that's about how that works. Decisions we make now shape our lives in 3 years. As long as they don't turn back on the LHC. Because then who the fuck knows what will happen. But currently we're on a good timeline to get Trump indicted. So, but we put these incredible expectations on ourselves because we're supposed to forecast and plan and know what's going to happen bit by bit. And you don't know what you're going to fucking get for lunch in 3 days, honestly. Except for Capricorn.
I do know.
I was gonna say, actually, I do. 'Cause I mean, you planned the whole week yesterday.
Right. That's why I mentioned
Capricorn.
it. Capricorns. So, but yeah, I mean, that's the reality of it. None of us actually know what is actually going to happen a week from now. We have an idea. We have an outline. We have an itinerary. However, you can't name every car that you're going to get behind, or if anybody's going to cut you off accidentally, or if you can't say it because you don't know. And yet we're supposed to make long-range plans.
Or somebody's gonna walk up and give you $10,000.
I'm looking forward to that.
Oh, if
Thank
only.
you. Blessed be, so mote it be. I accept this. I need a mower and a few other toys.
A mower that hasn't been tainted by Loki.
Yeah, a mower that doesn't give Loki rides. But yeah, and that's the whole thing. And as part of the exercise tonight, what you have to keep in consideration while you're doing that sorting of wheat and chaff is deciding what you're going to keep that you may not think you need. Because in 3 years you might need that. Yeah, I only say that because I'm a hoarder occasionally. But only in my garage. Everything else is a lot better.
It's called pack rat.
Actually,
See the garage.
yeah, it's
It's
still a
not
lot
as
better
bad.
than it could have been.
True.
There's not a path through a tower of newspaper.
Right.
Correct.
Right.
Fair.
I have boxes of papers, but that's from the case when I was dealing with the Court of Appeals. But yeah, and this is what you need to think about. Not everything you think you're going to need will you need. Even now, going, well, I didn't want that as part of it. Think about what came as a bonus, and think about what might be valuable in keeping that. We all get little presents from the universe that aren't always what we expect them to be. They're gifts. We don't always know that they're gifts. We don't always know they exist until 3 years later, when we realized it was a gift we got during the ritual or whatever,
One of the gifts I received that I found about 3 years ago was being invited to come see the land and join you for full moon rituals. And through that process, I've got one of the best employees I could ask for,
Right.
working in my booth at shows.
Yep.
Freak.
Right.
She might be asleep.
She's asleep.
Well,
Did
when
you
she
like
wakes up, we'll
trade?
remind
Did
her
you like?
that she's our...
Was there like a Gaius transfer or something? Okay, sorry.
Right.
Yeah, the gifts I never expected
Yeah.
came from
Right.
joining these full moon rituals.
Did you even know she existed 3 years ago?
Exactly.
Yeah.
But if I hadn't come down here with Lisa to see the new property and talk to you about coming down to the full moons and re-embracing this part of my life, I never would have met her or
Right.
you, and I wouldn't have been able to build that new element to my business. And having her help me out is one of the things that has led to one of the better opportunities that I didn't expect.
We find growth in places we don't expect. Usually more growth. So. Anybody else have anything to share?
I was going to say, and this is on a very personal level that I say, I want to leave behind, like, holding on to negative energy. Because I've been hurt so many times in the past that I tend to hold on to negative feelings. I'm scared to lose people even whenever they bring negativity. But then when I realize I have to let somebody go because of the way that I've been treated, I tend to bring them right back into my life. So what I started doing is holding on to the negative feelings and the negative emotions and letting them kind of control me in order to protect myself.
Right.
But in the last month or two, I've done some really, really deep soul searching, and I've been learning ways that I can protect myself while also letting those negative energies go. So I don't have to hold on to them to protect myself.
Mm-hmm.
I just kind of have to learn how to protect myself without them.
Right.
Instead of being angry with somebody for the rest of my existence. I can remember exactly what happened, yet let that feeling go and go on from there and leave it in the past. And that's probably one of the hardest things for me to do, is leaving things in the past. And I know you're on my Facebook and you probably saw it for a minute. And I've been trying to kind of move away from that the last week or two, because I kind of realized I was doing that again. But while still being true to myself.
Yeah. We attach a lot of emotion to memories, and every time we replay that memory, depending on how we've healed regarding it, we either relive it or review it. Mm-hmm. If we relive it, you experience all those emotions, you put all your body through all of the physical pain, all of the emotional pain all over again. Mm-hmm. When you view it as not as a participant, but an outsider, and see in a different light, it's easier to move past. Mm-hmm. So.
And to learn from it, because you're not experiencing it and in that moment again. So now you can look at it and be like, okay, this is where it went wrong.
Right.
Kind of like watching a TV show.
Yeah.
And this is where it went wrong. This is what we can do in the future. And
Right.
it really does make a difference.
Exactly. Alrighty. So,
If you want to share that with Creek, please do. It is something she should hear.
well, we'll replay this part of the ritual.
If that works.
So, while you were sleeping,
You were called a gift. And you should also learn this.
next on Dragon Ball Z.
Right?
Yeah.
Previously.
Hi-ya! No, sorry. Kame. Sorry. I had to. I think that let's do. I don't feel like a tonal tonight. Yeah, it's not that night. Clapping. It's a clapping night, but it's not really a tonal night. I don't know. Because everybody feels tired. And that's okay. Because it's been a long summer. It's been a lot of work. For me, it was a very intense journey. And I'm still kind of recovering from Libertine. And I'm just kind of tired. So what I'm going to suggest is we're going to do claps, and we'll start out slow and we'll work up fast. And when we release the energy, feel it come inside and give you strength. Feel the shared that we're going to do come inside and give you some of the extra to fulfill and fill up that emptiness, and that's too drastic a term, but the drain. Top off your battery. It's okay. She'll wake up with the clapping because it'll get louder and louder and confuse the fuck out of her. Good morning, sweetie. We're getting ready to be loud and didn't want to scare you.
Oh, are you doing a voice thingy?
No.
Nope, we're not doing the voice thingy. We're doing clapping.
Clapping, that's why I wanted to wait.
We're all tired. You're not the only one. Also, at some point we are going to go through and we want to do you want to have everybody put energy into Bunny? How do you want to do that?
Oh, yeah.
Okay. So.
No, go ahead. I'm sorry.
You said wait.
No. I said, well, obviously, be sure to tell them what the.
Okay, we are.
Oh, yeah. No.
So what we're gonna do is we want to give. She has a bunny that helps with her anxiety, and it has bunnies to put extra anxiety in that are small and easy to carry, and they go in a little pouch, and then they are to be cleansed under the full moon and released that way. The bunnies all have sigils on them, and they are all very magically inclined and magically intended, as well as healing intended. There's a lot of... I'm sorry?
So I was going to say, we did ground over at Gaia, and we already smudged it as well, so it's open for positive energy.
It's ready for us to go ahead and put happy thoughts in there for Creek. So, is there anything else you would like to say about your bunny?
Be careful of your ears.
Okay, be careful of their ears. Okay. So, pass clockwise to Drew. And Drew, I want you to put happy thoughts and comforting thoughts and love into the bunny. And when you've done that, pass it on to Sam.
This is the bunny. He's very cute. And see, he's got a sickle, but he has very long ears. So this is the bunny.
Now your bunny's all filled with love and hugs. So keep them in your lap while we do the clap thing we're going to do. So we're not going to worry about standing up. So what we're going to do is we're going to start clapping slow in rhythm. And then slowly we will build up. And then we go super fast. And then I'll go, release! And then we're done clapping and we take our hands and then we let all that radiant energy go out. But don't entirely release. I mean, we're still going ground, but keep it in. Feel it pour back in as we have combined our energy. And it's a piece of all of us to help propel us all forward. So, all right, ready? Wax on, I wax off. Okay. And in. Reach down and touch the ground. Let out what you don't want to keep, what doesn't feel right. And just kind of mellow. With a slight buzz, but not really. You know what I mean? That perfect level of happy. I'm awake now. Awesome. All right, so We're guessing.
Yes.
So take one down, pass it around. I didn't count.
Do you want me to get yours now?
No, I will get it at the end. Right? All right,
There's plenty in the bag.
right. I pulled out one sleeve and went, okay, we'll see if that makes it. Drew? Is there one left? Awesome. It was good with the sleeve. Excuse me. All right, so I'm going to put that in there. And put that right there. All right, so.
Stop playing with it, huh?
May you never thirst. 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 It's safer for the bunny.
I made a light energy ball and just shoved it in my buddy's face.
Well, I did it to unzip the back where the little bunnies are.
There you go.
That's the way they were, though.
I hit it right here. So when people look and see it, they'll get
And we will have plenty of left afterwards. If anybody wants more, we just need to make sure we keep a bit for the.
Yeah, I'll grab that as soon as we're done.
for the kids.
Yes.
Yeah.
And normally they've been going to 10, but this time it's
Yeah.
not. This time you get to do.
Okay, I do.
Okay.
Don't say the F word.
Stay.
I will do.
All right.
You come with.
Don't say the F word.
All right. So the way we do this, per COVID, we don't share a glass. So
Well, that and just generic cold cooties.
right. And due to the Great Rite, and everybody has the ability to do Great Rite themselves, as we are all our own priest and priestess. So, what I would like for you to do is take your index finger. It is now a ceremonial dagger. See the flames? Now, repeat after me. And then you will take your ceremonial dagger and quench those flames in the coolness of the goddess. As this blade is to the male,
As this blade is to the male,
so this cup is to the female.
so this cup is to the female.
And when they are joined,
And when they are joined,
put your finger in, they become one
they become one
in perfect love and perfect trust.
in perfect love and perfect trust.
Take your finger out,
Take it off.
suck it off.
You don't have to worry about
Skull.
cutting your face.
Blessed be, so mote it be.
And you can let the blade off, so I don't have to worry about cutting your face.
Right? I didn't cut my tongue this time. I was smart.
That burns a little when it goes through the nose.
Yes, yes, it does. That's what
You
I've
should
heard.
not breathe it.
Especially salty. Bad, bad.
Don't breathe it. Do not recommend.
All right.
It's carbonated, but that's not air.
There's a reason it's called carbonated.
Born of my body, baked of my love. The bounty of the earth brought forth from the god upon the goddess. So might it be.
Lavender bread.
Pick a piece.
Hell yeah.
Pick a piece. May you never hunger. May you never hunger.
Oh, sorry.
May you never hunger.
May you never hunger.
May you never hunger.
You're going to
May
reuse
you
it.
never
Taking
hunger.
it back. Ah,
It was on top of the next layer.
just gives you shit.
May you never hunger.
I'll give it back, don't worry.
May you never hunger.
Oh, wait,
May
I
you
mean
never
bread.
hunger.
Yeah.
Oh yes, she did. Oh yes, she did. May I never hunger.
May you never hunger.
May you never hunger.
Thank you very much.
Aw. funny, Batson.
Which one do I want?
The one with the lavender in it.
I want the one with the most icing I can get. Oh, I want.
It
Mmm.
tastes like if a bar of soap tasted like lavender, but also didn't taste like a bar of soap.
Mm-hmm.
I tried not to put that much lavender in it.
This is very yummy.
Thank you.
She's also a little special.
That's true.
She's very special.
Yeah, I was just saying. And by,
Not the way you're talking, but she's very special.
She's special in all of the ways.
Yeah.
this is true.
That's all she has to do for her mother.
I mean,
And apparently me for a second one.
poor thing's already starting on a deficiency. And
I'll
then,
be your grandma.
Look at my grandma! Look at Ursula!
I'm not Ursula. Is that okay?
She's a badass!
welcome to Crackhead 16-year-olds.
Whee! With access to Disney.
What comes from your brain to your mouth.
She has no filter.
It's a straight route.
It's a straight route.
Unfortunately, she might have inherited that.
what?
You
Might
think?
have.
No, sometimes no. That gets them in trouble.
I know.
Might have.
Take bread.
I just inhaled bread.
Well,
You're supposed to eat it, not
cough it
breathe
back
it.
up.
And then
It's the
swallow.
wrong hole.
Oh, it's the wrong. Would you like another piece? Oh, okay.
You don't want that?
I'll have another.
Mm-hmm.
Keep it moving.
Drew, remind me to send you a link for this company. Their critters. They design them and make them with the magic intent.
Oh, I love that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Do they have kitties?
Yeah.
Yeah, all kinds of.
The
Bunnies,
ADD
kitties,
bunny is my
foxes,
favorite
all
with
kinds
the
of
bees.
stuff.
Do they
Right.
have
No, it's a
ferrets?
bat.
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 Probably.
The ADD bat with all the bees.
I
Yeah.
need a ferret. I need
Bees?
a ferret in my life.
Bees. Bees?
I need that ferret energy.
Yes, the bees.
They're very much
Oh, there's an otter.
and healing and getting through that. And
No, by the way, Drew, before I forget it,
Thank you, sir.
I didn't see it on Facebook, but there is a zoo where they're inside otter enclosure has this little hole in the plexiglass.
Red.
And the otters will stick their paws through them and you can pet the otter's
We'll look it up.
paws.
Yeah.
Yeah.
it's
I have my phone in my pocket. I'm gonna get it out.
No, they keep giving you the bread to make it go away, sweetie.
Well,
Put it down.
make sure that
Anymore.
the frosted piece is one of the ones they get.
Yeah.
They get
All
a
of the
frosted
piece. I
piece.
did make sure every
They rush
piece that
up to the
came
wall and stick
over
their paws through.
is frosted.
Okay, there is. Yeah.
Every single one is frosted.
Awesome. I just want to make sure because I know they'll love the frosting.
Oh yeah.
I have buttermilk too if you feel inclined.
Sure.
So.
You can take them
The
some
people that
libation
design them,
and some buttermilk. I'll make good
they
choppy.
also make sure that
Ritual with the
the person
bread
that's
passed around
designing that
twice.
particular animal
Halfway down here, I thought about
has that
stopping at a gas
particular
station to see if I could get just a little thing of
whatever,
buttermilk.
anxiety or ADD or
So that would
So the last time she brought lavender bread,
anger issues or whatever it is. To be able to
one
put
wolf
that
made it out to ritual, the other wolf stayed in the
me
house.
kind of thing, you how you feel.
And then the Fae didn't get in.
Oh shit, they didn't.
No.
Same thing with that
There was
alligator
confusion.
thing.
Yeah.
They did get some of the alligator cake
That
Okay,
was
good.
not
because
bread.
I gave it to them.
That was a critter. I didn't eat it. It was on my leg. I was like, oh, bread. Oh, no, that's not bread.
Will you
I'll
give
put that over
some
there.
bread to the fairies?
Yes, that's what we're talking about.
Yep,
You
yep.
can go with me.
Okay.
Okay, never mind. I don't have to
Because
go.
they like sugar.
She's wanting to do more of that. But it's dark and you're here, so I'll let you do it.
I don't mind supervising.
I don't go down and fuck around and find out very often. And we were discussing earlier, like, what I need to do to make sure that she's safe going down there. But it's safe this year, so good.
And the little fuckers call me mom, so I've become the de facto supervisor when people want to go down there.
If you're new to watching our videos, you should come check out our land. It's very interesting.
This is true.
Okay. As soon as I finish chewing bread, we'll move on.
Kind of seeing like what we're talking about. It's down in this. Oh, bugs. Ah, it's a spider because it's got a web.
Okay, so there's down back
Apparently
through
not
those
supposed to talk about
stand
that.
of trees. There's essentially they've decided there's a power area for the Fae, and he's marked out where the power is the strongest in the area. Has been dubbed "Fuck around and find out."
Don't take anything out of it.
Don't take anything out of it, and if you don't want it to be acquired, don't bring it in. That's the nice way to put it.
If you're okay with losing it, take it out of your pocket. If you're not, don't take it out of your pocket.
I
And
have a hard time taking my child down there.
the first few times you go down there, go with someone else. Doesn't have to be me, of course. And if you hear something the other person doesn't hear, leave. They are trying to call you in and across the veil, so leave. You hear children's laughter or bells, but it's about it. That's how they...
Or wounded animals. That's the fun one to listen
Shut
to.
up.
No, I'm not going to. I'm going to laugh at you every time I have a
You should have
chance.
known better.
You know better. And you went boom up into the woods. What the?
Okay, so the first time I came down here to see the property, nothing had... Yes, dear.
Is there more bread? I'm still hungry.
Yes, sweetheart.
Make sure at least one piece survives.
Come on.
There's also more food in the house for afterward.
Yeah.
So keep that in mind.
We got a whole vegetable tray for you. You'll
Remember,
eat
you
really
helped me
healthy.
Put the vegetables in there.
And chips.
And chips.
But the very first time I came down to the property, none of the
You're welcome.
landscaping had been done, none of the gravel had really been laid, and he was taking us, myself and my family's kind of on the tour of the footpaths through the land, and I want to do this here, and I want to put this here, and that kind of thing. And we're walking back to the house, and I hear what sounds like a wounded animal cry. Now, should be noted, I am a vet nurse, so my instincts kick in, and I just go. I follow the noise to find the wounded animal to help it.
Which is exactly how they call you into the woods.
And I beeline from behind the house, down the hill, into the woods, and right up to a tree stump. And then the noise stops. And he's standing at the top of the hill laughing his ass off. And then it clicks what has happened as I realize what's around me. I go, motherfuckers. And they had led me directly to their power area.
Yeah.
And then just hung out with me and just kind of stood there. And he's standing at the top of the hill just laughing.
It was very, very funny. It was very, very funny.
It's one of his favorite stories of early Feywood.
I warn everybody
My
about it.
dumbass running straight into the woods, right into fairyland, going,
Who knew better, but did not.
That was
He
the
was-
part I was laughing at the most.
well, he was
You know
already
better.
calling it Feywood, so I should have had my blinder, my antenna up. But no, I hear what sounds like a deer caught in a trap right after he tells us that they did a lot of hunting back here. The previous owners did. And I'm going, they might have left a trap. I have to go help the animal. No.
No, they were just laughing at you.
They were fucking with me. Or letting me know they were there. 'Cause
Yes.
again, ever
Yes.
since I've
It's the
gone back
same
in that
thing.
area, I hear mom. I hear the voices calling me mom. So maybe they were just trying to let me know they were here without, making fun of me or mocking me or anything like that.
Absolutely, hopefully.
Yep.
Hopefully, exactly that.
Who knows?
Right?
Column A, column B.
All right, everybody. Let's go ahead and say thank you and goodbye to that which we brought in. And our thank yous. Yeah, I said that part. Okay. That was really good, Brett. Thank you.
Thank you.
You always bring really tasty, yummy stuff.
I picked the right flavor.
You did pick the right flavor, and I look forward to the cheddar bacon for Mavin.
Yes.
Well, I was thinking
Right?
lavender and the harvest. Thank you. Now
Yeah.
that you have to really process the bacon.
You had me at bacon.
Right? You had me at bread.
Also, it's a buttermilk loaf. Buttermilk bread.
Okay.
Cheddar and bacon.
Mhm.
I'll make 2 loaves then. Gotcha.
Lord Pan, we thank you for the bounty. We thank you for the grace. We thank you for the beauty of this place. I feel energized. I feel ready to go forward. I feel the connection and I feel the love. And thank you, my Lord, for bringing those to me throughout my life. Go if you must. stay if you will. Let there be love and peace between us now and always. So mote it be.
So mote it be.
Lady Aradia, we thank you for your gifts and we thank you for your insight. Please continue to teach us and help us to learn about ourselves and the world around us and how it all interacts so we can be the best person we can be. Go if you must, stay if you will. Let there be peace and love between us now and always. So mote it be.
So mote it be.
Lords and ladies of the center, keepers of balance, judgment, harmony, and peace, we thank you for your presence. You are felt and embraced. We ask that you continue to help us as we walk through our days between the moons. Help us to find those things and see those things for ourselves and feel themselves within ourselves. Go if you must, stay if you will. Let there be peace and love between us now and always. So mote it be.
So mote it be.
To the north. Lords and ladies of the north, we thank you for your strength. We thank you for your passion. We thank you for your protection as we perform our rites. Please walk with us between the moons. Bring us your passion, your protection, your strength, and your wisdom. We need you on a daily basis. Go if you must, stay if you will. Let there be peace and love between us now and always. So mote it be.
So mote it be.
To the west. Lords and ladies of the west, we thank you for your presence. We thank you for helping us to understand ourselves, to find things out about us that we need to know, and help us as we process that which is within. Please walk between the moons with us. Go if you must, stay if you will. Let there be peace between us now and always. So mote it be. Lords and ladies of the south, fire, passion, and magic, please walk between the moons with us. I like that thing. It really works. Enjoy us. Help us to learn, survive, thrive, grow, and know as we move forward with our days. Stay if you will, go if you must. Let there be peace and love between us now and always. So mote it be. Lords and ladies of the East, cool breezes, refreshing thoughts, and our life breath, we thank you for all you do. Please continue to be with us as we move from one cycle to the next and enjoy between the moons. Walk with us, help us, guide us. Help us to learn and be more of who we want to be. Go if you must, stay if you will. Let there be peace and love between us now and always. So mote it be.
So mote it be.
The circle is open, but unbroken. Let the love of the Lord and the Lady be ever in your hearts. Merry meet and merry part, and merry meet again. Divine doings and divine do. Blessed be. It's a circle. Thank you so much for coming. Thank you so much for watching. Have a wonderful, blessed day.